am never going back.
I'm about to run out.
Welcome to Master Plan, and I am your host, Monica Sekhmet Grant. Now, in today's episode, we're gonna go deep into the music industry. You know, everybody wanna be a rapper, a singer, everybody wanna make a song, but not everybody got the juice to actually do it. So today we're gonna talk to super producer, Platinum Boy Amadeus. We wanna know how to make it in the industry. He's worked with Chris Brown, music director of Trey Songz. He's a master drummer, so he knows how to do it. So we're gonna find out. This is Master Plan, y'all. All right, now we're here with Master Plan, Platinum Boy.
Man,
thank you so much for coming on, man.
Listen, I feel like I'm underdressed right now.
Nah, you know what? I saw all your social media, and I said, oh, I gotta come correct.
Yeah, you represent.
I gotta come correct.
You represent. You look like you ready for the spring and the summer, man. I don't even know what color is it. I don't even know. You know what I mean? You about to go to the yacht. You about to go to the boat after this. What we doing?
Hey, we going to the yacht. You know, we going to the pier.
That's what I'm talking about. But I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Tell me about your career, man. You done work with everybody.
It's been a long journey. I'm going on 18 years.
Wow.
Started when I was.
You look like you 18.
You sure? Because I posted up a
19.
picture today of me turning 38, and I had this face on like, you know, so it still kind of hits me, man. I see these little gray hairs up here. I start getting nervous, Monica.
Not even. You looking good, man. You looking good.
Right, thank you.
Black don't crack. It just get better.
Amen.
Yes.
But it's been a journey. You know, it's something that I dreamt of doing as a kid, and I just pretty much stuck to it. I never gave up. I kept pushing, and I kept believing in myself, and I worked and worked and worked, and then stopped and worked. And, you know, here we are, 18 years later, producing for over 90 artists, J-Lo, French Montana, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, touring with Trey Songz for 11 years, a residency in Las Vegas at Dre's nightclub, teaching, you know, educating on the music industry and on the business, because when I came up, you know, no one did that for me, you know, so I wanted to be different. I wanted to, you know, teach the youngins and show the youngins that, you know, this is what you need to do, this is what you shouldn't do, this is what you should, this is what you should look out for, because no one did that for me, so I wanted to turn around and be a blessing, you know.
Where are you from?
From the Bronx.
Man, what part?
169th Washington Avenue.
Wow.
They call it the 9. They call you couldn't walk outside after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, there's still parts like that.
Oh yeah, it's still you know, you gotta get a pass to come through.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely. So how'd you make it out the Bronx? What's your story?
You know, my parents are very hard on me.
Okay.
You know, they sacrificed a great deal, sent me to Catholic school. I hated it because we had to dress up. You know, I wanted to look like this. You know, but they had a bigger plan, a bigger vision, and as an adult with kids, I'm grateful. You know, back then I was like, what are y'all doing? Why are you sending me to an old boys school? But it was in that school that I learned how to play drums, 4th grade. Fell in love with music, started rapping. Fast forward.
Everybody had a rap career.
Yeah,
you know, I had one. You know,
you probably better than me.
You know, it's a part of life.
Yeah, so let's fast forward that. You know what? I named myself A Boogie.
No way.
I named myself A Boogie. I thought it was fire. People laughed at me.
What was your A Boogie? Oh, because Amadeus. Yeah,
you know, and people laughed at me, and I got rid of it, and because my name is Antoine, and my government name is Antoine Thompson, and so I got the Amadeus as a stage name for producer. You know, I saw the composer, saw the genius that he was, and said I want to be the hip hop Amadeus. So that's where you know the whole name came from. But it's crazy because it was A Boogie, and now you know we in 2018, 19, we have A Boogie. He's from the Bronx. He's doing this thing. You know, moral of the story: do you, be you. You know, they laughed and I changed. You know what I'm saying? When I could have been A Boogie. I mean, I'm happy with the Amadeus.
No, you're good. You're good.
You know, yeah.
So how did you get into making music?
You know, church musician.
Oh,
You know,
God bless
growing
you.
up all my life in church.
We're missing a lot of church musicians. Folks stop going to church. It's like where's the R&B now?
True.
There's no choir.
Absolutely, it's true.
Yeah.
So, you know, started in the church after school, of course. Started in the church. That's where I pretty much got the seasoning and the grooming, and kind of took me to a next level musically. And once I said I wasn't going to do the rap thing, you know, they was like, why don't you be behind the scenes, man? You play drums already. You're a musician. Incorporate that into production and be a producer. So I thought about it. You know, kind of started making beats every now and then, and it turned into a love. It turned into a passion, and I just decided, you know, at 15, 16 years old, this is what I want to do. I want to be a producer, and I just went full speed ahead. My first situation ever was with Foxy Brown, on the Cradle to the Grave movie and soundtrack. So
What
first
year
beat
was
ever
this?
sold. Woo! Give me the line. I was young. Young. But
So how'd you connect with her?
you know what? My cousin was working for Anton Marchand. Anton Marchand is her brother.
Okay.
He was the head A&R at Interscope Records. So he took me up there for a meeting. This is when cassette tapes was out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had my beats on the cassette tape, popped in the cassette tape. He loved it. He was like, you know, why don't you go meet with my sister? At the time, I didn't know who his sister was. He said, my sister's Foxy. And I'm like,
No way.
you know.
lying.
So he's like, go down to the studio. She's in the studio right now. She's working on some soundtrack for DMX. Go play these beats. Went down, played her some tracks. She picked a few out that she loved. Went home. Next day, I got a phone call like, yo, she recorded 2 records. One is going on in the movie, and the soundtrack is going to be in the movie. You know, Def Jam, and that was my first ever situation. Youngin, seeing my name on the big screen.
Right.
The soundtrack sold 500,000 copies, so it went gold. First situation ever. And you know, I looked at that and was like, if I could start out this way, it's only uphill from here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a big challenge that I set on myself to really, you know, only go uphill from there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What kind of mentality do you have to be in the game for 18 years?
Man, first of all, I would say you have to be passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me pushing, because there's so much negativity, there's so much politics, there's so much, okay, I'm only rocking with you because he or she are rocking with you, or because you're part of that team, or you're part of that camp. And I kind of came up, you know, on my own, managing myself for a long time on my own. I didn't have any representation. And then once I kind of got my name and established myself as a producer, was able to join force with Diddy and become a part of the Bad Boy Hitman production team. So that came about. But before then, it was just me. And even now, you know, I'm just Dolo, man. I have my attorney, and it's just us closing deals, and I'm very hands-on and kind of like handling my own thing. So passion, hustle, you know, grind, and just that spirit of never giving up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of no's, there's a lot of closed doors, but you got to be willing to
especially in
push
the music
through that.
industry.
Oh yeah, it's
so
a
like
lot.
everybody want to be in the music industry,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And it seems with just a new genre of rap that anybody can do it.
Yeah.
You know, so like
Seems. I love it how you said seems. Yeah.
Is that true? Like if somebody has a dope flow, you know, they
Right.
got some good beats. How do they get, you know, to stardom?
See, you know, everything is so accessible now, and that was the opposite for me when I started. You know, my MPC 2000, which is the beat machine I use, was $1,300 back then. For me, 15, 16 years old, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then come with no sounds. You have to create your sounds. You have to sample your sounds, right? So now we're in 2019, and where we have softwares and we have computers and all of this technology.
Comes with it.
You go spend $500, you didn't bought yourself 10,000 sounds. Wow. You know, and you got a computer. You don't need to be in a real studio. You don't need to be in that setting. You can do it in your bathroom, your living room, your closet. And the fact that it's accessible, like you said, everyone feels like I can do that.
Right.
I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it a little challenging for me as a producer, because now my competition is those youngins, you know, that went and got the software and the computers and banging on their computer all day and say, I'm making beats too.
Yeah.
And now they're so hyped and excited to get on that they'll say, you know what, Rick Ross, you know what, Puff, you know what, Chris Brown, I'm going to give you this track for free, because I'm so excited to get on your album and be a part of your project. I just want to work. So for me, that's saying, nah, I need that stack. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I saw this house on the hill in L.A.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cop, so I need that.
Yeah, I need that.
You know, so at the end of the day, and I don't blame them.
So they're
Which one would
cutting
you
in
pick?
on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't you go with the free?
I want the free. I want the free.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. These up and coming producers got some heat, man.
Right.
So it ain't like it's whack. It's dope.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So that's it's tough. It's tough. But like I said, when you're passionate and you love it, and I don't.
So how do you still maneuver amongst that?
You know, just kind of keeping up. you know, keeping up to date with what's going on. You know, I didn't have internet back then. I didn't have any social media. You know what I'm saying? It was just me having to get out of there, get out in the public and shake hands and move and shake and connect and network. You know, so it's about adapting to social media and using that to benefit the business and the craft. So just tapping into what's going on. Also tapping into the young creators. You know, if you put 4 or 5 minds in the studio to create music, you know, it's going to come out amazing. Not saying that it don't come out amazing with just myself, but that's 4 or 5 different ideas and different ways to look at that idea. So just surrounding myself with the young and with the new, molding and shaping them, but allowing them to mold and shape me at the same time in regards to the new age.
I love it. I love it. What would you tell somebody that says, hey, I want to get in? What do they need to do?
Make sure you love it. Don't get in for the wrong reasons, man. Don't get into you feel like you're gonna get rich, or you feel like you won't be, you know, in the limelight and you want to go to the club and pop bottles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it's for. Like, music is life changing. Like, this thing is worldwide. When I tour with Trey and we go to Africa and we go to Australia and Japan, like, they can't speak English, but they know your songs.
That's right.
You know, so it's global. It's something that you take serious. It's a craft, and at the end of the day, it's a God-given gift. You know, that you nurture and that you work on and that you work towards perfection to put out there. So if you take it serious and you love it, you know, come on and let's make music. But if not, you know, do what you love. Stick to what you love.
I like that. So tell us what you're doing with Trey Songz.
Yeah, so I tour with Trey Songz. I've been touring with Trey Songz as his music director for the last 11 years. And as music director, my job is to basically put together the show, the live show, on stage. So, you know, I hired the band members. Excuse me. I decide the set list. You know, what songs we're doing, how much of the songs we're doing, the features.
That's a big deal.
Oh, it's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. But it's been a great 11 years. A lot of challenges.
Are you a drummer on the tour?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm doing both things at the same time. I got the Bobby Brown microphone. And I'm kind of calling cues and calling the songs and telling Trey, you know, when we bring a Fab on or next song, we're moving forward or we're skipping that one because we're running out of time.
How'd you start working with Trey?
You know, we met in the studio with Mike Jones.
Okay.
He was in Houston.
Mike Jones.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. Then we was in the studio. Trey was on the record that I produced. First album, Braids. And I just was like, yo, man, the music you're making, very soulful. You gonna need a band. And he's like, all right. I said, when you need a band, call me. And a year later, he said, you ready to put the band together? And I was like, no. I just said that because I knew you needed one and I wanted to just be your drummer.
That's right.
I don't know about putting no band together, but, you know, he gave me the opportunity. I accepted the opportunity. And here we are 11 years later. You know, so I spoke it right into existence.
That's right. Amen. Amen. All right, so we got to cut to our ladies first segment. We're going to speak to some sisters about their business, and then we're going to come back for our master lesson segment. Cut. Let me do that part again.
Let's do it again.
Today was about opening up the doors officially and doing everything with integrity. I think healing is life because it allows you to move out of that space of anguish or suffering or pain and move you into another space so that you can create the next thing.
Just watching all these people like get into it and be touched and be moved, and you see the nodding and the yes, and it was like church up in here, and wanting more information, and the fact that we were able to facilitate that and get the conversation started, and people are so hungry for more, and they get it, you know, people get it and they want more of it, so happy to be able to do that.
This was the bomb.
Do you love coffee? I love coffee. Can there ever be enough coffee? No, there can never be enough coffee. So, check this website out, drinkneverenough.com, and also check out social media at drinkneverenough, Facebook and Instagram. You can get yourself a cup of exactly what I got right here. We have a variety of flavors. It's great. It's from the motherland, and you'll be supporting a great cause. So be sure you check that out, drinkneverenough.com, and social media at drinkneverenough.
Hello, my name is Tanya Powell. I'm the founder and designer behind TLP Brown Sugar Babies. We are a crochet doll company that specializes in dolls of color to provide positive imagery and promote self-esteem and pride and confidence and children of the African diaspora. My ideal client are girls between the ages of infants to 18 years old, focusing on helping them to have great self-esteem and focus and pride and confidence in who they are as young women. The crochet dolls, I make them myself, hand make them. I've been taking classes for about a year now, and I started making them because I was so interested in, as my profession, I am a social worker. So I believe that one of the things that we need to do is make sure that we are helping our children to develop in a way that is most positive for them. And I use the dolls to help our children see the beauty in themselves. It means for me to be a woman in business that I am showing the young girls around me and the women around me that it is possible to step out and do things. A lot of us are tied to corporate jobs because it's security and safety. And being a woman in business, I want to show that we also can make things happen. I would say to connect with some like-minded people that are going to help to build you up and steer you in the correct way. And you can find my dolls at my Etsy shop at TLP Brown Sugar Babies. They are one-of-a-kind handmaids and can also be customized to fit your very needs for your gifting purchases. My name is Tanya Powell, and you're watching Young Boss TV.
All right, now we're back for our master lesson segment. Amadeus.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions, give you some scenarios, and I just want to know how you, as an entrepreneur, a businessman, would handle it.
Copy.
All right?
Okay.
Now, someone says, I know that's important to have mentors, but no one in my community is an entrepreneur. How do I find a mentor?
Like that. The power of online, the power of social media, whether it's a mentor in regards to music, whether it's just a mentorship in regards to being a young male or a young female, everything is out there. So I would say, go online and kind of do some research in regards to who you're looking up to, who you admire, and figure out if there's a way for you to be mentored by them exactly. And if they're not reachable and they're not available, then reach out to someone that's similar and have the same characteristics that you're looking for to be mentored by, and reach out. Some people are willing to do it, and there might be someone that's kind of right next to you that can mentor you, and you just got to be fearless and reach out and ask. Awesome,
great. All right. Someone said, I am ready to quit my job. I'm just tired of these people.
Oh, man.
I can't take it anymore. I want to run my own business full time, but I don't know what to do. I'm scared. What do I do? Help me.
I love it. I did the same thing. I was working at Athlete's Foot on 34th Street, and I graduated high school, and I knew what I wanted to do as a producer. I knew who I wanted to be and work with. That was Bad Boy, and I quit my job.
Yeah.
But before having anything locked in, any contract signed, any even conversations about like with Puff or the Bad Boy movement, I just said, you know what, I'm leaving. I'm going to be a big producer. I'm going to be a part of Bad Boy, and left. And then walked out the door and was like, what did I just do?
Right.
And it was just like, well, I said it, so I have to apply myself and do it. And was I scared? Absolutely.
Right.
But you got to allow the fear to push you into your greatness, and do it scared. I know we hear that a lot, but do it scared. You look at these athletes that's 2 seconds left, they're down 3 and at the 3-point line. You're out there for a reason. You're chosen for a reason. You're on a team for a reason. So, and you're there. So use it. Take the shot. If you don't take the shot, how do you know whether to go in? Am I going? Am I not?
I'm gonna take the shot.
But you're on a team.
Yeah.
You're there already. So if you just make sure if you're gonna quit your job now, that you mapped it out. Map it out, write it down, put a plan together, whether it's going to be you and a team, whether it's going to be you alone. Really map it out and know what you're doing so that you don't quit that job and the next thing you know, next week you can't eat.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you're going to quit that job, make sure you're preparing.
That's a fact.
Months in advance. You know what? I'm going to quit in the next 3 months. I'm going to quit in the next 6 months. Put a little savings on the side. Make sure that the refrigerator's full, the cabinets is rocking, the kids got sneakers for school. You got to plan it out. Don't just react emotionally and jump into something because it's bigger than that.
Preparation.
Absolutely.
I love it. All right. My girlfriend thinks that I'm rich because I own a business. She is always trying to spend my money that I don't have. How do I let her know that I love her and want to be with her, but I can't be wasting my money?
It's a good one. Thank God I don't have that problem.
Right.
At the end of the day, if it's going to be somebody that you're going to be connected with, they should understand the business and understand how it goes. So if you have a spouse, you can't be private about it. Let us see the books. Let us see the business account.
Yeah.
This is what we have. This is where it has to go.
Right.
You know, I want you to look good. I want you to shine. But we can put aside a certain amount of money that allow you to be able to look good and do your thing. But me be able to take care of business, because that's what it's about. Business is to be business. It's to make money, not necessarily spend.
Right.
So, you know, it's about balance. You know, so explaining to her that's about balance and making sure that you guys are on the same page and the same team. And if she don't hear it after that, man, that might not be the right girl for you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta be willing to go to the hard times.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to,
That's
you know,
right.
eat
That's
that peanut
right.
butter and jelly, man.
That's
That,
right.
you know, don't get the Big Mac. No, we gonna get, you know, the value meal.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Ain't no shame in my game, man. I be in here like, no. You want number 10? No,
We eating rice tonight,
we
tomorrow.
from 1 to 3. All right, we not supersizing nothing. We doing small.
We splitting it too.
Facts. Yeah.
We splitting this refill.
Absolutely.
No ice.
I thought it was just me.
No.
All right,
Take
cool.
up
But
space.
you put the ice in there.
It takes up space.
It takes away. Yes.
No
Yes,
ice.
yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Where can people find you?
Instagram, Amadeus PBM, AMADEUS PBM, standing for Platinum Boy Music. Platinum Boy Music also on
Right.
Instagram. On Twitter, producer Amadeus.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
on.
having me. Awesome.
Put it behind the cannabis plant.
Did you say the cannabis plant?
We can't cheat. Sablon, you said cannabis. My name is Raj. Hi, you're here by invitation.
In the jungle.
See, why you always gotta be doing that, mama? So you got like a laid back kind of vibe. You call 5 of your homies, right, and try to get them all at your house on a Sunday to watch the Giants. Look, just try it, okay? That sounds like tax evasion. If that was Michael Vick. You ever tell a joke and sometimes you just gotta let it drop? And welcome to my show. Yeah, we up in here.
Jersey running the show right
Oh, who said it? I know everything there is to know about this show. Well, it's not all my shows. Some other people are involved, kind of, because I can't do this myself.
And they getting right, they gon' do what we like. Gotta give it up for the go-getter. Who don't think twice, chase cheese like the mice. Vision is bigger than Twitter. No tweets, no lies, bigger than Jigger.
And that dance, we're gonna have to do that dance. We're gonna have to do that, all right?
Definitely, let's get to it.
Word. So,
I'm on the rise. Oh, mama, don't waste my time. Stuck on your thighs. Hey, you know, I wanna make you mine. Hey, Star Chasers,
that's
got
legit.
it.
It's
Much
legit.
love.
We got my man on the 1 and 2s. Yeah. All right, I see you in the cut. You see you in the cut. Ring with that pocket change. Yo, episode number 9 in the books. Let's give it up for SP one more time. To the band. Can we get like introductions? Like, who are you?
They call me Lace.
They call you Lace. Plays guitar. Baddest man on guitar at Eminent Studios right now. Thank y'all, Star Chasers. Thank you, Uncut Art. It's been a great show. Number 3 in the books. How many people we get on here that do faux songs?
Hey.
First one.
Yeah. Set the record straight.
Coming up here with a band and everything.
True, babe. You know what you do, babe. Ay. No, I don't need a new babe, but you know that I need that. Yeah, I be thinking about you daily. Baby girl, yeah, you know you drive me crazy. And I pull up in that brand new Mercedes just to show off with you, baby, maybe.
One love from your host, Raj James. You're here by invitation. We out of here.
Yes.
Yep.
So now.
We're gonna wait to hear from God and see if we did it right.
Okay.